This landing page was critical in helping Jeremy from Catty Corner raise over $100,000 on Kickstarter the very first day. And by the end of this video, this landing page can be yours because I'm going to show you how Jeremy made his landing page in 5 simple steps. And don't skip any of them because if you do, your landing page will be way less effective. I'll also be revealing a bonus strategy that Jeremy used to make his landing page perform way better than typical ones. But before I tell you that, you got to understand what a landing page is. And don't worry, this won't be some drawn out explanation. I'm actually going to do it in 10 seconds. So let's pull up a timer, go. A landing page is a website that has more information about your project and only has one goal. In the case of your pre-launch on Kickstarter, that goal will be to collect email addresses of people interested in your launch. That's it. All right, with that out of the way, let's get into the first step to making a perfect landing page. Now, the backbone of a good landing page is well-written content, and the first step to writing great content is to create an outline. Now, bolded lists work great here, so don't worry about making things sound really good because we'll get to that later. For example, here's what the outline for Catty Corner's landing page looked like. As you can see, it's good to pose some questions because it makes writing the outline faster and easier. So we first posed the question, how would you describe your product? And that led us to quickly write out basic things like a side table that protects your couch from cats scratching it and fits on nearly any sofa because of the modular design. Then we pose the question, what are the key features? Let's zoom in on the first key feature for Catty Corner's outline, cat scratching surface built into a side table. We further broke that down by asking the question, how does this benefit the target audience? You can see 2 bullets listed out here, protects sofa from being damaged by cats and saves cat owner time and money. Outlining the answers to these questions first made it way easier for Jeremy to move on to step number 2. This is where you write your hero section content. The hero section is the first part of your landing page and the most important. That's because it's the hook. Its goal is to grab the attention of the visitor to your page and make them want to keep reading. Just remember to keep it concise. For example, here's what the hero section looked like for Catty Corner. As you can see, the hero section is made up of 2 parts, a headline and supporting content. You want the headline to be attention-grabbing and descriptive, and don't be afraid to be bold here with your language. For Catty Corner, they went with the perfect sidekick for cat and couch. And this headline states how Catty Corner is different. Plus, it's bold. It's not just a sidekick for cats and couches, it's the perfect sidekick, which packs a lot more punch. Now, the supporting copy should expand on the headline. For example, here's what Jeremy wrote. Give your couch and your kitty the love they deserve with Catty Corner, the innovative side table that not only protects your sofa from scratchy little paws, but also encourages your feline friend to indulge in their natural instincts, keeping them happy and your furniture safe. This really drives home the main benefit of the product and hooks visitors to want to keep reading, which brings us to step number 3. The headlines are super important to get right since most visitors just skim your landing page, so they won't read much more than the headlines anyways. Here's where you'll take the topics from your outline and turn them into clear headlines that are easy to read and understand. For example, here's what it looked like for Catty Corner. Jeremy took the outline and wrote out 4 different headlines for 4 different sections on the page. Those headlines were 1, got a sofa, got a cat, we've got your solution. 2, perfect fit for any sofa. 3, keep it handy, keep it classy. And 4, no matter your style, Catty Corner has you covered. These were all topics that Jeremy wanted to expand upon more on the landing page. Oh, and real quick, if you want to go even deeper into everything I'm talking about, you should check out my book, Crowdfunded. It's the best-selling book on crowdfunding in the world with 4.7 out of 5 stars from 265 reviews. And I published the new edition in August of 2023, where the CEO of Kickstarter and Indiegogo endorsed it. Anyways, you can pick it up on Kindle, print, or audiobook that I recorded myself. The link to check it out is in the corner of this video and in the description below. All right, let's get back to step number 4. This is where you fill in the body content, which is the text that supports each headline. I recommend keeping the body section to 2 sentences max. Remember, most visitors will skim your site, so keep it short. Here's what it looked like for Catty Corner. If we look at the first section, you can see how Jeremy supported it with the following body content. Our Catty Corner lets your feline friend scratch away to their heart's content on its special surface, saving your beloved couch from those notorious claw marks. Short and to the point, while still helping the viewer get a more complete understanding of the topic that the headline brought up. All right, we're almost there. Let's move on to step number 5. The best visuals for your landing page will be photos, and those photos are typically a mix of studio shots, location shots, and action shots. Now, studio shots are like the glamour shots of product photography. They're shot on plain white or colored background, and you'll highlight every angle and feature. Location shots highlight the places where people will use your product, and action shots showcase how people or cats will use your product. You'll then take these photos and add them to your landing page. Choose photos that complement the headline and body content. For example, let's pull up Catty Corner's final landing page and go through each of the visual assets used. In the hero section, Jeremy has a nice action shot of a cat using the product. In the next section, he visualizes the problem he's solving with 2 great photos. Next up is a GIF of different location shots, which works great when you want to showcase multiple images. Next up, a close-up of the side table feature, and lastly, another GIF showing how Catty Corner works with all different styles of homes and sofas. So now you might be wondering, how in the world do I build this landing page? Well, if you're working with us at LaunchBoom, you'll be able to build your landing page using LaunchKit. This is our all-in-one software tool featuring an easy-to-use landing page builder, detailed analytics, and AI-driven copywriting assistance, all designed specifically for crowdfunding. But if you're looking for alternatives, there are other options as well. For example, you can take a look at funnel building software like Leadpages or ClickFunnels. All right, we've completed the last step, but don't think I forgot about that bonus tip I mentioned at the beginning of the video. You just learned how to build the perfect landing page for Kickstarter, which will allow you to start collecting email addresses. But here's the thing. Only collecting email addresses is not the best way to prepare for a launch. You see, if you only collect email addresses, it's pretty hard to tell how committed someone on your email list is to actually buying your product when you launch. I learned this the hard way about 10 years ago when I started launching projects. You see, we'd spend a bunch of money on pre-launch marketing, building an email list, and get a really cheap cost per email. But when we went to launch, most people didn't buy. Why? Because it's virtually impossible to know who is the most interested in your Kickstarter using only a landing page. But it all changed when we added a step after someone gave us their email. We call this step the reservation page. The idea is simple. After someone gives their email address on a landing page, we present something special in exchange for $1. This could technically be anything, but the best offers give something valuable like a heavily discounted add-on. And the idea is to create a win-win. Potential backers get something valuable for $1, and you, the creator, get to know who is most interested in your project. That's because we found that those that put down $1 in the pre-launch are 30 times more likely to back your project on average. This is super valuable information to understand because it lets you know if your marketing dollars are being spent on people who actually want to buy your product, and knowing that will make it much more likely you'll have a successful launch. All right, so there you have it. You just learned the 5 steps to making the perfect landing page for Kickstarter, plus how to build an even better list by using the $1 reservation strategy. I hope you used what you learned and finally bring your product idea to life. Oh, and before you go, there is a big mistake that most creators make with their product photos, and I really want to make sure that you do not make it. That's why I created this in-depth but super easy to follow tutorial to get the best product photos. So go ahead and click on it, and I'll see you on over there.